Lucia Flagler Fantasy Football League. It is Thanksgiving week. It is me, Giselle Prenup, uh, with our almighty commish. Mud Dogs, how you doing, man?
Doing well, sir. Like you said, Thanksgiving week is here. I've got a house full, and the aromas that are percolating from the kitchen in the Gailey household right now smell divine. So we are almost ready to rock and roll for tomorrow.
Nice,
What
dude.
say you, my man?
No cooking this week for me, pal. No cooking this week for me.
The kitchen is closed.
It's closed. Hitting I-4, hitting Texas Day, Brazil, keeping the
Okay,
disc green, falling asleep on the way home. That's the plan, dude. I don't
there
I don't
you
want
go.
I don't want to cook this year.
All right, good deal, man. Good deal. Well, like I said, hopefully,
They
hopefully
should
you
make Thanksgiving dinner air fresheners though. Like I know, that's a great smell. It's a great time of year, man. The only thing that can make it better is football.
Oh, for sure, for sure. All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and run down the Week 11 recap. And I'll be honest with you, we had some pretty good matchups. It turned out to be pretty exciting, and then we had others that just didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah.
So
It was either close or a barn burner this week.
hell yeah. All right. Well, kicking things off, we had Iron Smoke improving to 4-7 on the year with a 91-85 victory over Giselle's prenup. You dropped 6-5 on the year, man, and to me, this is the story of Tony Pollard. And I mean, do the Cowboys have a? Do they have a new running back? Do they have a new RB1?
I think they do. The guy's nuts. He's terrifyingly fast too. His yak has got to be the highest in the NFL this season. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
for you, obviously not having Travis Etienne at your disposal this weekend, I think that may have cost you, man. But I mean, Pollard and Adams, they put up some big numbers, and
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, man. God bless Iron Smoke for continuing to start Russell Wilson, man, because I would have kicked his ass to the curb like a bad habit
I
a
think that
long
was an
time.
ode. That was an ode to me for all the shit talking I've handed him this season on Russell Wilson. So what goes around comes around, I guess. But congrats to Iron Smoke.
Right on. Moving along, we had Snitches Get Stitches, improving to 6-5 on the year with a oh god, holy cow, 101-64 victory over sponsored by Blanton's. John Clayton very quietly is becoming a very hot team in the league. He had a nice week from Josh Jacobs, Antonio Gibson, and holy kicker, Batman, 23 points out of Tyler Bass. On the flip side, sponsored by Blends, definitely was hurt, but with Tyreek Hill being out. But I mean, outside of his recent pickup of Mr. Watson in Green Bay, he didn't really get any help at all, man. So like I said, 101-64. This one was not particularly close.
No, no. Surprising too. Clayton pulled off that large upset with Justin Jefferson scoring 3 points. We had a couple kickers in the league this week go pretty big, dude. My kicker too. He put up 22. Crazy to see that out of a kicker spot.
All right, all right.
That man kicked two 60-yard field goals, 60-yard field goals, and one of them they iced him. It's crazy.
Ice in the veins, baby. Ice in the veins.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next up on the docket, we had Smoking Joe Burrow improving to 5-6 on the year with an upset victory over the AT Aliens, 96-77. Um, Jamal Williams,
Yeah.
another 3 touchdowns. Did you know that he is leading the league in rushing touchdowns?
I do.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And he probably was on your draft board between like don't draft or like 14 through 16.
I think he's an 8 through 10. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said. Anyway, way outside the upper half of the draft, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean Jamal Williams continuing to get it done. As far as the AT aliens go, man, running back, wide receiver, tight end, he's that meme of the oh god, like the Avenger or whatever, laying in bed looking at the picture frame, going, "Where are you, Cooper Cup? Come back, Cooper Cup." No.
I was big wrong on Nick Chubb too, man. They didn't get anything going on the ground. Well, I don't know what
Which
Kareem Hunt did, but I know Nick Chubb didn't do nothing.
I was gonna say, man, and that was kind of surprising because Buffalo's been kind of suspect against the run this year.
Very.
So for Nick Chubb to only rush for 19 yards in a game that was close, where he wasn't game scripted out, that's crazy. I mean, I was a Nick Chubb owner in one of my other leagues, and I'm starting to feel like I am very happy about selling high a couple weeks ago. But anywho, moving on to the next matchup, we had oh poor Eric boot and rally falling to 2-9 on the year. He gets beat 138-82. Our guest last week, Bills Mafia president Asin Tedi's, with the big win. Zeus 3 touchdowns on was it Sunday Night Football?
It was.
I mean, the dude's unconscious, man.
Yeah.
Unconscious. It's like I said, Anna top to bottom was firing on all cylinders, and Eric he's on to 2023.
Fair. It's fair. Wonder what he's doing with those running backs.
I mean, it's crazy to me that I mean he's got Barkley and he's got McCaffrey, and he's sitting on 2 wins this year. That's the wild part. That's the wild part because I mean those guys they've been hell on wheels this year for sure.
Yeah.
Mm. That brings us to our easily most entertaining matchup of the week. We saw Tua legit, Tua quit, improving to 3-8 on the year with a massive upset victory over Master Bader. Lee falls to 6-5 on the year, and this thing was razor thin, my man. It was 102.22 to 101.96. Mrs. Gailey with the Monday Night Miracle with George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and holy cow, she started Colt McCoy, who scored 7 points. But I mean, how about those Niners, man?
Yeah, dude.
Late.
They're a dangerous team. Losing by a quarter of a point's tough, dude. I see Lee changing his name back. I see it right now. I see it going back. This is 3 L's in a row for him, and I know he's not happy about it. I wouldn't be. I predicted him undefeated with that name. He might have gotten the old Bowen sauce, dude. I'm sorry for the bad luck. I was rooting for him, dude. Number 1 fan. I got the t-shirt and everything. Lee's face on my shirt. Number 1 fan. It's tough. Sorry.
I mean, this is the type of loss where you hear the horror stories about people going on tilt, man, like big time.
Dude, Lee is literally the Buffalo Bills of our league. Like, you can't help but root for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they've been bad forever. All love, dude.
It's coming. It's coming from a good place, Lee. It's coming from a good place,
I
man.
feel bad, dude. I feel like I've jinxed him.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Well, hey, he's got a big matchup this week that we'll definitely discuss in the preview. And like I said, one win, and all of a sudden that ship does a complete 180 and it's heading in the right direction again. So unfortunately, as much as we would like to stay and talk about a super entertaining matchup, that brings us to the 5-star clunker of the week, which saw the Mud Dogs improve to 9-2 on the year and outlast Cuzzo, Shane Falco and company dropping to 6-5 with a putrid 77-72 victory. Yeah, it was ugly to say the least. The only thing that pulled my rear end out of the fire this week, man, was Chris Olave, who got loose for a long touchdown. Outside of that, man, I need the Bills Mafia to come back because less than 20 points out of Gabe Davis and Josh Allen just ain't gonna cut the mustard the rest of the way. As far as Ben's team goes, man, I feel like he had some points on a bye this week. So and I'm pissed off that he picked up freaking Allen Robinson's punk ass and he turned in 47 yards and a touchdown. So of course, now if it was me on the other hand, Allen Robinson would have 0.7 points. Anyway, I'm done ranting about this terrible matchup. I still love you, cuz. Thanks for the dub, baby.
Tough out here. It's tough out here. The season's winding down, folks, and whew. Is this a predecessor? What's going to come? Are we going to bring the heat on this podcast at the end of the season? The answer to that is yes, we are. Oh, you guys remember 2021? That was nothing. With that, I'm good to go, brother. Are you good to go?
I tell you what, man. Hey, you want to run through these standings real quick?
Go for it.
I
forgot about that.
Check this out. I know we haven't really discussed this too much, but I'm just going to give you a kind of a quick rundown on the standings. Unfortunately, we have two teams that are officially on the golf course, but if I know both Eric and Mrs. Gailey well, they will thoroughly enjoy playing spoiler on your ass the next couple weeks if you absolutely need a win and you run into them. So, Too Legit, Too Quit, and Boot and Rally on the golf course. Iron Smoke officially on life support, but again, man, you get the right dub, things are going to be things can get turned pretty damn quick. Everybody else, let's see. We'll start with the Shiva Blast over here. Aston TDs and Shane Falco both kind of duking it out there. Shane Falco is 6-5, Aston TD at 5-6. Again, we are all in division, so these matchups are going to be absolutely critical coming down the stretch. Right now, it's looking like ATL and Blanton's are sitting in the driver's seat in the Shiva Blast division, both knotted at 7-4. Doug with a pretty nice 0.4 advantage. So if you can hold on to that over the next couple weeks, again, a lot of things can happen. I'm going to jump over to the Chalupa Batman division. This one, to me, looks.
You mean the NFL? You mean the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the NFL. Okay. That's the XFL. Just wanted to get that clear real quick. XFL, NFL. I am in the NFL. I made it. Go ahead.
So I'm looking at 4 teams right now that anything can happen. Masturbator, Giselle's prenup, Snitches Get Stitches, and Smoking Joe Burrow. And I'm just going to say this, and I hope to God I don't jinx this, man, but John Clayton has won 3 straight, and he's coming on. The man's due. So I'm just saying to the other 3 GMs that I just mentioned, how about watch out? Snitches get stitches, man. Anyway, I'll be pulling for the 4 of y'all.
Yeah, I'm sure. Sure you will.
let me just get my one more dub this week and go ahead and lock in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes teams get lazy on the bye, baby.
Oh, hey, as I mentioned before, there's a pretty strong chance that now that I've clinched, my team will probably completely fall apart. So now that the heavy work's done.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's all I got on the week 11 recap. Any more parting shots?
No, we're ready to go. Tomorrow we'll have our week 12 picks. 12? Yeah. Week 12 picks with a special guest.
Yeah, we're gonna have a third wheel for week 12.
Oh yeah. Y'all have a good one.